Hey everybody, this is just Jesse here, welcoming you back to my man cave, my garage, and welcoming you back to another day of accountability. Today is Friday, April 24th, 2020, and I want to talk to you about Acts 2. It talks about charisma, or I should say magnetism. Um, Passionate leaders are magnetic. So in Acts 2, when Peter stood up to preach, the crowd got a man that was 100% full of God given power and purpose. But first, what they got was a man that was 100% full of God given passion. Passion made up for Peter's lack of education. Since before Jesus' call, he was a fisherman. They weren't really known for being educated or uh, or I mean having any kind of gracefulness at all. They were just rugged men that sat out in the sea or in the waters on a boat and fished for food for everyone. So they didn't have a whole lot of education. There wasn't going to school for fishing. It was just you were a little kid, you learned the trade of fishing, and you went out, and that's what you did for your whole life. So when Peter became a magnet for others, 3,000 people joined the church that day. Passion draws passion is what that means. So let's take a look at what made Peter a magnetic or charismatic leader. First of all, he had confidence. Peter displayed poise and optimism as a communicator with the crowd. Second of all, he was full of conviction. He spoke from the heart. He knew where he was going and what he was going to say. And third, he had connection with the crowd, and he was others focused. He wasn't focused on what he can do for him. He connected with his audience. He was one of them. He didn't come as a scholar. He was an everyday worker, just like they were. And fourthly and lastly, he had compassion. He exuded love and compassion and giving people practical answers for their needs. Everybody needs something. Everybody has some sort of ailment or some sort of blockage that is stopping them from growing or going or whatever. There's always sin. There's always something stopping us. So he was compassionate about what they needed, and because he was just like them as well. So how can we build that magnetism or charisma that Peter had? First off, we have to love life. We have to enjoy the journey. We have to celebrate and not complain. Life is going to happen. So we need to magnify Jesus through everything, even the down times. Like we still have to magnify Jesus because he gave us another day to breathe. He gave us another day to love. He gave us another day of happiness and joy. Even though we may be down that day, there's always something for the positive as long as you look for it and as long as you change your perspective. Secondly, we can build magnetism or charisma like Peter had because we need to make everyone a 10. Like the whole dating thing. Oh, is he or she a 1 or a 10 or a 5 or a 7 or a 3? Everyone's a 10. Plain out. We're not dating everybody, but we're expecting the best from everybody. We need to treat everybody like they were a 10 because they are a 10. They were created by Jesus. They were created by God, and they're in His image. Therefore, they're a 10 regardless. So get any other number system out of your head. Thirdly, we would have to build magnetism by giving hope. Everyone looks for hope. Every single person has to have it in order to survive. There has to be hope. But leaders deal out hope. They deal it out. They're not stuck with always asking for it. They're full. They're overflowing. They're pouring into other people. They're giving everybody hope. And that's through Jesus. And fourthly and lastly, we can build it by sharing ourselves, by being vulnerable, by sharing our heart or our wisdom or anything that we have that can point people to Jesus. That's how we build magnetism. That's how we connect with people. That's how we have charisma like Peter. Remember, Peter denied Christ 3 times, but he came back to be so purposeful, so purpose-driven, so full of passion and praise for God that it's not even funny. All these things we can study and do every day. We're all like Peter. We all have a chance of redemption. We all fall. We all get back up as long as we keep going. How can we accomplish living a magnetic, God-filled, purposeful life? Look at confidence, look at conviction, look at connection, look at compassion. We have to love life. Everyone is a 10. We have to give hope, and we have to share ourselves. Without that, we will never achieve a magnetic, God-filled, purposeful life, and we will never have love for people. We will never be able to know the joy that God has when He gives that joy and passion to you for the people around. So that's how we do it. That's how we need to do it, and we should be looking into that every day. So today is another day of accountability, and with that, we just have to remember that there are things we always have to work on. There will always be things we have to work on, and just think about people in your lives right now. If there's somebody that needs to hear this, if you think that if by hearing this it will help them understand some things, go ahead and share this video. There's a button to do that. Just click the button. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, I ask you, go ahead and subscribe. What's it gonna hurt? I mean, we're all looking for accountability in some sort of way, or leadership or guidance. I'm not saying I'm the best at that. I'm just saying that I'm willing to listen to God, and I'm willing to be here for you. So if you want to get these videos every day, make sure you ring that bell. If you have any questions, you can leave it in a comment. You can get a hold of me on social media or my cell or whatever, by whatever means that you can. I'm 100% open to helping you with accountability or being an accountability buddy for you. So thanks again for joining me today in my man cave and being accountable once again. I look forward to hearing from you again and seeing you tomorrow. All right, guys, have a good day.